Okay, hello people, and welcome to another one of my videos, where I do a crappy job of reviewing it. Anyway, so before I begin, as usual, I own the rights to none of this anime. There probably will be spoilers, there probably will be some cursing. So, moving right along then, the anime I'll be reviewing for this video is one that you may have heard of before. It is called Durarara. Now, I mean, I've heard of this one before, and like for a few years before I watched it. I mean, I just kind of heard like, okay, I've heard of this one. I never really looked it up to see what it was. I had just heard about Durarara. It's like people say this is a good one, but I finally got around to watching it. And I'm like, why did I put off watching this? I'm sorry. Sorry, spend all day playing video games. Anyway, so yeah, Durarara. Season-wise, this is special. So first off, there is a 24-episode first season, and then the second season is where it gets complicated. They are splitting the second season into 3 parts. Part 1 of Durarara, second season, named Durarara times 2 the show, just got finished airing last week. There was 12 episodes. Durarara, the second part of it, Durarara times 2 10. Let's see, which one are you? Put that one. Is going to be start airing in July of 2015. So in July of this year. The third part for Durarara, second season, is Durarara times 2 Ketsu. This one will begin airing in January 2016. And all 3 of these are going to be 12 episodes. My question about this is why? Why? Because there is no point in having to split this second season up so much. Because come on, you made the first season 24 episodes. So why are we splitting this up? I don't know. Anyway, moving right along. The first season of Durarara aired from January 8th, 2010 to June 25th, 2010. And the second one, the first part of the second season ran from January 10th, 2015 to March 28th, 2015. Anyway, time for the synopsis of the first season. In Tokyo's downtown district of Ikebukuro, amidst many strange rumors and warnings of anonymous gangs and dangerous occupants, one urban legend stands above the rest: the existence of a headless black rider, who is said to be seen driving a jet-black motorcycle through the city streets. Ryugamin Mikado has always longed for the excitement of the city life, and an invitation from a childhood friend convinces him to move to Tokyo. Witnessing a black rider on his first day in the city, his wishes already seem to have been granted. But as a supernatural event begins to occur, ordinary citizens like himself, along with Ikeburo's most colorful inhabitants, are mixed up in a commotion breaking out in their city. Time for the synopsis of the second one. Half a year after the turmoil that rocked the entire city of Ikebukuro, peace has once again returned to the city, and people are living each day normally. The high school students enjoy the days of youth as the strongest and most dangerous man in Ikebukuro works diligently. The informant plots or plans a new scheme, and the headless rider is pursued by the cops as she rides through the night. But soon this normal will be cut short by the abnormal. Slowly but surely, the unknown will seize the city and face an all-new storm. So that is some pretty good synopsis of the show. I mean, let's see. For this anime, there is a vague plot line, but I will get to that here in a second. So first off, some characters. So first off, we have Mikado or whatever. I forget exactly how you pronounce it. Our main character, who in the first episode moves to the region. So, and he meets up with the friend Kita Mesomi or Mesomi Kita. I'm just gonna call him Kita. And then we also have the other high school girl, a girl they meet later on called come on. Okay, apparently don't even the name, and I can't remember it for some reason. Maybe it's on this one. Nope. Anyway. So yeah, these three high school buddies. When they get along and they're doing daily life. And then you also have some other various colorful characters like Shizuo Haiwajima, who is pretty much who can be able to exceed his body's strength limits. I mean, he's able to hurl cars and stuff and vending machines with his bare hands. Then we also have the informant. Forget what he exactly is, but he's kind of like the instigator. Yeah, Izuya Orihara. He's the kind of person who gets kicks from starting a fight and sitting back and watching. And then you have the crazy doctor character that deals with the underground. He's like a black market doctor. And then you have Celti. Celti is the headless horseman, who in the backstory her backstory is a Dulaman from Ireland, who were living her life doing her stuff in Ireland when her head was taken. So, I mean, there's kind of multiple plots with this anime. Because for Celti, she's involved in Mikado's plot, but she was also her own little plot of searching for a head, which I will get to, what she doesn't find in the first season. But I will explain why and stuff. Damn it! Okay, so anyway. Oh yeah, and let's see here. So in this anime, there's a group called the Dollars. They are what is referred to as a colorless gang, meaning that they have no gang colors. And there's kind of, I mean, they kind of refer to them that the entire show, like, oh, don't mess with the dollars and everything, but no, we don't even know what the dollars are. And so there's all that going down. There's also the blue squares. And there's the yellow scarves, and there also used to be the blue squares, and later on the remnants of the blue squares come back in the what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. Climax. There we go. Anyway. Just give me a stretch. Now here comes some major spoilers for you people. Because yeah, for our three high school students, they just want to sit there and live their life and everything. So here's some major spoilers. First off, our girl of the trio. Excuse me, I forget what her name is, as I said before. But she is kind of like in possession. She is kind of like possessed. She's in possession or she's possessed. It's kind of either one. I'm not quite sure. Of a cursed Japanese sword that kind of had like some sort of spirit thing. That if it cuts somebody, they're kind of like hypnotized sort of thing, and she can sit there and command them to do whatever. which is played up later on when they bring it out, because like they'll do that. She can command a whole host of people, and like she can activate it whenever she wants, and they call her Mother. It's very intriguing and funny. I'll tell you here something in a moment too about some funny thing. And then we have excuse me. Then we have Kita. Kita, he has his own stuff going on and stuff. And he is a former leader of the Yellow Scars, apparently. Well, former leader of the Yellow Scars. And due to various circumstances, like, see, our girl character, she gets attacked by somebody before, like she's having to deal with somebody who kind of has a sort of the same situation as she does. So the other girl is kind of more of a rip-off sort of thing. So she gets kind of hurt by it, and he blames it on the dollars. Because like he's kind of, and shit's gone down and stuff, so he kind of blames it on the dollars. So he goes back to being the leader of Yellow Scars. And in his backstory, he was the leader as well, and he kind of had this one girlfriend or whatever, who was captured by the gang called the Blue Squares, and her legs are broken and stuff and all that, and shit happened. Why was I explaining this again? I was going something where this. I was going somewhere with this. Anyway. So he becomes. Oh yeah. Anyway, but so the Blue Squares kind of disbanded after that. Though some of the remnants went into the Yellow Scars, and they're kind of like the faction, the antagonist faction in the Yellow Scars. You kind of start throw a little coup d'etat at the climax of the show. And then we have Mikado. And major spoiler here, people. We find out later that he is the leader of the dollars. He is the founder. Because even though that the dollars are supposed to have like there is no leader of the dollars. He is one of the He is the founder of the dollars. So, yeah, and then the climax. Let me just explain the climax here. Then I'll explain Celtic. And Celtic kind of ties into the sword. Celtic's sister kind of ties into the sword that is housed in the girl's body. Yeah, with that sword, it's housed in her. It's in her body, but she can make him come out at will. So I don't know. Go figure that one. But anyway, during the climax, there's like kind of like a coup d'etat, and our friend Kita like being beaten up and stuff, and he's about to get like shot or something when one of them other men there hastily grabs a couple of those men there. They grab the arm of the guy who's going to shoot him, who's kind of like the boss guy of the coup d'etat, and their eyes are like hypnotized once for that the girl is taking control of, and she's like, "You cannot hurt him." And they're like, "Wow, what's fucking wrong with me?" Like, Mother would not like it. Oh, Mother is near. Then slice. The door to this big metal warehouse falls to pieces, and she walks in with her glowing red eyes when she uses the sword. Just that part of like, Mother would not like me to hurt him. Mother is near. It's like, oh, damn it, sorry. So yeah, there's that going down. That's kind of like it goes to climax, and the climax. That's the entire show. These three don't really know what the other one is. They don't know. The guy don't know about her powers. She doesn't know about who them is. They don't know about each other. All that. So when the climax is when this all comes out, and they're like, "Oh, you're the leader of the other guys. You're that thing." forget what they called her, but anyway. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, okay, Celty then. So Celty is living with the black market dealer, who's kind of like the eccentric type, and who likes Celty. Well, I shouldn't say like, I should say loves Celty. And at the end of the show, they are engaged and everything else to be married, if not actually married yet. I don't remember quite. But so yeah, these two are kind of living together. So Celty is the headless, basically the headless horseman. She, in order to like transform, she can manipulate like shadows to do whatever she wants, which is cool. And she rides a pitch black bike, which is actually her horse. That is kind of like changed shape that we could travel easier and stuff like that. When she came from the ship to Japan from Ireland, chasing her head, because she could kind of feel a faint thing from her head, faint feeling from her head. And so there's certain, I mean, as seen in the opening, as in the picture I posted at the beginning, she's the one in the back wearing like the cat helmet sort of thing. So imagine that on a jet black bike and jet black clothes, with a big, huge black scythe made out of shadows coming down the road at you, or off the side, or down the side of a skyscraper that has a few hundred stories. That's like, and there's a few scenes in the show where she's driving down the side of a skyscraper. It's like, oh, go Celtic, go! Get them! Anyway, so yeah, it also appears like the sword that the one girl has inside her is the sword that was used to separate Celty from her head, and it was the black market doctor's father who did it, because she met them, and she met them on the ship that she was traveling. That stuff which just went down. Yeah, so she's looking for her head. So there's a point where we know where her head is. It's in the hand of somebody, and our friend Mikado tries to go get it back, and he does not get it back. I forget why they're fighting this one woman who's like a pharmaceuticalist or something or other. But she comes to the meeting place and everything, and he's like the leader of the dollars, and he's like, okay, people, first gathering of the dollars. And he's like, okay, who will people in time to show up at this place? So it's just like random meeting. Nobody knows anything about who any dollar members are. But so there's all these people. It just looks like a normal town. He's sitting there meeting her up, and he's sitting there like she's sitting there being they're bantering back and forth and stuff. But like kind of like the battle before, like the banter before a fight, a serious fight between enemies. I don't know exactly what goes on, but he goes on. She had a couple big guys and stuff with her, and he's like, I'm gonna use numbers to get over here to overpower you. And he's like, sends the text that said, like, if you in this area, if nobody is if there was somebody not looking at their phone, glare at them silently. Do not attack, just glare silently. He sends that. A few seconds later, and she's like, ha ha, ring, 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 ring. The whole city block, just about. It's fucking ringing. That's a lot of dollars. And it goes from young little girls to older women to men to a police officer. Dollars are everywhere. And then they all start staring at those people who were not looking at their phones, which just happened to be in that place. Those three people. That woman and her two guards. Ugh. One woman and two guards. There we go. So they were like, yeah, we'll leave for now. And then that's when Celty does her little driving down the side of the skyscraper. Ooh, that was a good scene. So yeah, like we lose track of the head, and then it winds up in the hands of the Izuya, who just freaking loves starting fights. So he sits there and keeps the head, and then hides it. So, and kind of the head searching thing has kind of fallen to the wayside a bit. Anyway, that's the first season. The second season, it just kind of continues on. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the. In this one, there's this biker gang who's from like another district. Like, there's people been claiming they've been the dollars and stuff, which they might have been just using the name to cause problems. So these biker gangs come over and starting to do shit. So stuff happens, and we're not quite done with that season 2 yet. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But there is also this something to do with like the Russian mafia in this one. Like in this season, we have two people who are from the Russian mafia who are trying to come over, and like they try to disable our girl of the trio. There's something, and they're trying to kidnap this granddaughter of one of the high Russian people for one of the group gangs or whatever, the Russians. I don't know quite what's going on, but I find it funny because like they were to take down Celti. They didn't know about Celti. The way they tried to kill her, I emphasize try, was while she was riding her bike, driving behind her, and lay a razor wire across the road and behead her, which would have worked, except for one little thing. She doesn't have a head. So they pretty much just slice her helmet off, knock her helmet off, and she falls down and everything. So they're like, okay, we got her. And then they go away, but to go to the girl's house to try to get her. So they try to attack her, when she brings that sword and fights back, and they're like, what the fuck is this? And this is just one girl. The guy of this pair is sitting in the big truck waiting for her to come back after getting our main characters, roughing her up. And okay, and just also something. Celti's motorcycle, which is aka her horse, in just a different form, is known to whinny time to time for some strange reason. So this guy is sitting in the truck waiting. He hears the whinny and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" He looks back and like, there's Celti coming down the road, headless, with her big huge black scythe. And he's like, "We need to fucking go home. Come on, get out here, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here." So she's like, so the one girl who's sitting there trying to rough her up our character, and not doing too well to our character drawing the sword out of nowhere and fighting back, jumps in to the back of the truck, and she looks back and they're like, "Oh, we just beheaded you. What the fuck are you doing here?" So there was that going on, but I did a horrible job of explaining that. Horrid. Anyway, I loved that scene. Just the look on her face is like, oh. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not quite sure how prevalent those two are going to be in the later parts of the season, because at the end of this season, they were kind of like caught by some other gang members stuff or whatever. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, the search they haven't really searched for Celti's head. I mean, there's kind of like little subplots. It's not subplots. I mean, there's kind of multiple plots that they just vaguely follow. There's not quite much else they do. But other than that, mean, this is a great show. I give this one about an 8.5. I mean, I would watch this one again. I just wish I wish it had a bit more in depth and kind of went on to explain maybe a bit more things, and actually went and found and did more stuff. I mean, I liked something. I liked it when she was able to go all freaking badass. You were like, oh yeah, that's horse bed. Oh, fucking shit. Well, I loved it when she's able to do that in the show. I don't know. So yeah, I give this show an 8.5. I think it's a great show. I recommend it definitely. And oh wow, almost 30 minutes. Our longest video yet. Anyway, so let's see here. I guess yeah, for my next video, just for a little teaser, I will be reviewing the anime Ben 2. So look forward to that one. That one's probably not going to go as well, but anyway, until next time, sayonara.